If our discipleship numbers are right, and 3% of church growers are growing every year, then disciple making may be the single greatest missing element of the church right now. Here's the problem. I'm going to say something a bunch of senior pastors will get mad at me for saying. I'm a believer in the pulpit ministry of the church. Y'all, if you've ever heard me preach, I'm a boring 45-minute verse-by-verse preacher, right? I'm going to get up there and we're going to go expositorily through Scripture, and that's what we're going to do. I love preaching. It's my favorite. I'd rather preach than go to Six Flags, partly because I'm getting older and Six Flags makes me sick. But nonetheless, I'd rather preach than just about do anything in the world. I don't think we have overvalued the pulpit ministry of the church, but I think in our effort to recapture a commitment to the pulpit ministry of the church, we have abandoned the discipleship ministry of the church, which is tragic. And so what we've done is, senior pastors love to preach, like me. We've fenced the pulpit vigilantly, carefully. We fenced the pulpit, and senior pastors have completely abandoned the discipleship ministry of the church, and they brought many of you all on to lead it. But I'll just tell you, in our research, what we found is that you all can be very good and very effective at what you do, but if the senior pastor is not modeling it and embracing it from the platform, you're going to struggle to have great discipleship and effectiveness throughout the church. So we've got to see pastors like Robbie Gallaty recapturing from the senior pastor position a commitment that you all already know needs to happen. So, but I mean, I'm glad to say it to them. I don't know that they'll listen to me, but I'm glad to say it. I like to call the Sunday school discipleship ministry in many churches the wild, wild west of the evangelical movement right now, right? There's no sheriff in town. Everybody does what they want to do. And I think that's kind of the case for a lot of churches. And I think that light is on the pastor's shoulders because they've let it happen. Think about it this way. If life change happens at 4 to 5 times the rate in discipleship environments as it does in the pulpit, how many pastors do you know would open up the pulpit every Sunday and say, who wants to say whatever they want to say this morning? Of course they're not going to do that. But a lot of pastors are fine with that happening in their Sunday school discipleship environments. They don't fence the discipleship environments like they fence the pulpit. And yet lives are being changed at a far greater rate in those discipleship environments. And so I think senior pastors got to get their head on straight on this issue, in my opinion.